Spanish Hacienda Style 2025 celebrates timeless grandeur softened by everyday comfort. Arched passages, sun-washed stucco, terracotta warmth, and hand-forged iron that feels both stately and lived in. Today we'll show you how to blend heritage architecture with practical, senior-friendly layouts, cozy textiles, and elegant lighting, so your home feels refined yet inviting. Please subscribe, like, and comment to support ATEDECOR. We'll explore foundations, courtyards, colonnades, clay tiles, then layer color, wood, ironwork, and textiles for a serene rhythm throughout your rooms. Whether you love vintage charm, rustic authenticity, or luxe finishes, this guide turns big ideas into doable steps. Stay to the end for a concise checklist you can print and use immediately. Expect room-by-room insights, entryways with graceful arches, living rooms framed by beams, kitchens with patterned tile, and bedrooms wrapped in soft linen and wool. We'll show artful lighting that flatters textures and skin tones, plus accessible furniture placement for ease and safety. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment with your favorite Hacienda element. Spanish Hacienda Style began as a celebration of land, craftsmanship, and connection to nature. Rooted in Mediterranean and Spanish colonial tradition, these homes were designed to embrace sun, shade, and breeze, thick stucco walls for cooling, courtyards for gathering, and earthy materials that aged gracefully. In this style, beauty is never flashy. It's soulful, worn, and quietly luxurious. When we bring this heritage into 2025, we honor the old world essence. Arched passages, carved beams, and earthy textures layered with subtle elegance. It's about grounding your home in authenticity, where each material tells a story and each space feels meaningful. This design is living history, warm, protective, and deeply romantic. And yet, the magic lies in adapting tradition for modern living. Open kitchens, comfortable furniture, senior-friendly navigation, and natural lighting meet historic charm. Hacienda Style isn't about recreating a museum. It's about crafting a home that feels nourishing, rooted, and timeless, where comfort and elegance naturally coexist. Spanish hacienda architecture thrives on graceful flow and timeless structure. Arched doorways, thick stucco walls, exposed beams, and earthy courtyards that transition seamlessly between indoors and outdoors. These homes breathe. They frame each moment with symmetry, sunlight, and organic material, inviting slow living and natural serenity. In modern homes, these essentials translate into curved entryways, deep windowsills, textured walls, terracotta tones, and handcrafted stone or brick flooring. Think airy hallways, open archways instead of doors, and elegant transitions between rooms. Even in small spaces, these contours introduce movement and softness. And while structural changes can be bold, simple touches like faux stucco finishes, with ceiling beams, arched mirrors, and sculpted edges can recreate architectural romance. The goal is not perfection but soul, where every corner tells a story and every curve feels intentional, effortless, and deeply inviting. At the heart of every Spanish hacienda lies the courtyard, a sanctuary where life unfolds under open skies. Traditionally, this space offered shade, water, and nature's calming rhythm. Today, it remains a soulful retreat for morning coffee, evening chats, or peaceful reading time. The courtyard isn't just a feature, it's a lifestyle of serenity. In 2025, we embrace courtyards as the core of indoor-outdoor living. Think terracotta pots overflowing with greenery, textured stucco walls glowing in sunlight, and the gentle whisper of water from a classic Spanish fountain. Woven chairs, cushioned benches, and earthy textiles transform this historic idea into a comfortable everyday haven. Even if you don't have a courtyard, you can recreate the spirit. A patio layered with planters, a balcony garden, or an atrium corner with climbing vines and rustic clay pots. Soften the breeze with linen drapes, add lanterns for ambient glow, and let nature lead the mood. Calming, timeless, and deeply restorative. Arches and columns are the heartbeat of Spanish hacienda architecture, symbols of grace, strength, and romance. They soften transitions, frame sightlines, and guide the eye through spaces with natural flow. Whether bold and grand or subtle and delicate, these curves bring poetry to structure, creating a soothing rhythm throughout the home. In 2025, arches return not only in architecture but thoughtful decor choices. Arched doorways, curved wall recesses, arched mirrors, and softened furniture silhouettes. Together, they break the monotony of sharp lines and add gentle elegance. Paired with rustic columns, wood, stone, or plaster, they transform everyday pathways into moments of beauty. Even in modern homes or apartments, arches can be added through wall molding, paint illusions, arched cabinets, and curved console tables. These details infuse warmth and character without major renovation. Think of arches as hugs in architecture, soft, embracing, and timelessly comforting. Terracotta flooring is one of the most iconic features of Spanish hacienda style, warm, organic, and deeply connected to craftsman tradition. Each tile carries subtle imperfections, soft color variation, and natural texture that instantly grounds a space. With every step, Terracotta tells a story of earth, heat, and timeless artistry. In modern homes, terracotta tiles bring depth and warmth, pairing beautifully with white stucco walls, rustic beams, and soft textiles. Matte finishes feel authentic, while patterned Spanish tiles can be layered in entryways or stair risers for personality. Sealants today make terracotta more durable and easier to maintain than ever. Even without real tile, you can incorporate this earthy tone using terracotta-hued rugs, concrete-look tiles, or warm clay accents in pottery and decor. The goal is to bring that grounded Mediterranean warmth beneath your feet, natural, calming, and forever stylish. Spanish Hacienda color palettes come straight from nature. Sun-baked clay, creamy stucco, olive greens, rich wood, and deep iron tones. These colors reflect centuries of organic living and embrace warmth at every turn. Instead of sharp contrast, Hacienda tones whisper, layer, and blend like a soft, slow sunset against adobe walls. To modernize this palette for 2025, we mix warm neutrals, sand, taupe, bone white, with terracotta, sage, golden ochre, and hints of cobalt or deep burgundy for grounding. It's a style rooted in tranquility, enriched through texture and subtle depth. The mood is welcoming, refined, and effortlessly elevated. You don't need to repaint your entire home to adopt these hues. Start with clay-colored ceramics, linen throws in warm neutrals, woven baskets, and leafy greenery. Earth-washed cushions, patterned textiles, and natural wood accents gently shift your interior toward hacienda warmth, one layer at a time. Rustic wood is the soul of Spanish hacienda style, rich, hand-hewn, aged by time, and full of character. Exposed beams, carved doors, and heavy furniture pieces anchor the home with depth and warmth. You'll notice knots, grain, and subtle imperfections, not flaws but fingerprints of craftsmanship and history. This is wood with memory. In today's interpretation, we pair reclaimed beams with modern stucco walls, antique wood chests with linen sofas, and carved cabinetry with iron hardware. A balance emerges. Heritage meets livable elegance. The goal isn't a heavy look but a welcoming one, where natural timber tones soften architectural shapes and bring grounded authenticity. Even small touches go far. Wood console tables, distressed picture frames, rustic stools, or reclaimed floating shelves. Wax finishes, matte stains, and hand-rubbed oils maintain old-world beauty. Think warm walnut, mellow oak, and honeyed tones. Wood that feels sun-kissed and lived in, not glossy or perfect. Ironwork is the jewelry of a Spanish hacienda home. Ornamental yet strong, elegant yet practical. Hand-forged railings, lanterns, window grills, and door hardware bring character and contrast to soft stucco walls and warm wood tones. These pieces are not overly polished. They feel artisanal, textured, and beautifully imperfect. In modern 2025 hacienda design, iron elements lean toward matte finishes, aged bronze, weathered black, or burnished copper tones. Whether it's a sweeping staircase railing, an arched iron chandelier, or delicate balcony balusters, iron introduces rhythm and structure. Against sunlight, the shadows cast become art of their own. Even small touches transform a space: handmade handles, wrought iron curtain rods, decorative hinges, or sculptural candle holders. Layer iron subtly and thoughtfully. Let its curves, scrolls, and straight bars guide the eye and anchor the room with historical romance and modern refinement. Spanish hacienda interiors feel welcoming because of beautiful layered textiles: linen, wool, cotton, woven jute, and hand-loomed blankets. These fabrics soften stone, stucco, and iron, creating warmth and comfort. The look is never shiny or overstyled, but relaxed, tactile, and genuine. Each layer adds warmth and tells a story of comfort and tradition. In 2025, we mix natural fibers with subtle patterns and earthy tones. Striped linen pillows, embroidered throws, kilim rugs, and textured cushions. Think gentle gathers, heavy drapes, and rustic tassels. Layering allows us to play with volume and softness, creating a home that feels lived in, curated, and irresistibly cozy. Simple switches can transform a room. Add a woven bench cushion, a chunky throw at the foot of the bed, cane textures on chairs, or soft shears that billow in warm breezes. These textures bring soul and sensory warmth, making everyday life feel like a peaceful Mediterranean retreat. Lighting is everything in Spanish Hacienda style: soft, golden, and romantic. Rather than harsh overhead light, this design embraces layered warmth. Lantern sconces, iron chandeliers, rustic table lamps, and candlelight. Light grazes surfaces instead of flooding rooms, creating gentle shadow play that highlights texture, stucco, wood grain, and tile pattern. In 2025, we continue the tradition with warm LED bulbs, flickering candle-inspired sconces, and lantern pendants paired with natural sunlight. Soft linens filter daylight, while amber-toned bulbs mimic golden hour all day long. The goal? Calm rooms, flattering light, and a relaxing evening atmosphere that feels like a Mediterranean retreat. Even a small space can glow like a Spanish villa. Place lanterns on consoles, add warm string lights in a courtyard, layer table lamps instead of ceiling lights, or display ceramic candle holders on shelves. Let your lighting evoke feelings, peace, romance, and the softness of life lived slowly. As we wrap up this journey through Spanish Hacienda Style 2025, remember, this design isn't about trends. It's about living beautifully, slowly, and meaningfully. It's about earthy textures, handcrafted materials, sunlight dancing across stucco, and spaces filled with warmth and grace. Whether large or modest, every home can honor this timeless spirit. Your home tells your story. Let it be one full of heritage touches, soft textiles, rustic wood, terracotta tones, and ironwork that whispers history. Layer comfort, welcome natural light, and cherish imperfect beauty. Create rooms that feel lived in, serene, and filled with love and hospitality, just like the classic haciendas that inspired them. Thank you for joining us on this design adventure. If you enjoyed exploring hacienda elegance with us, please subscribe, like, and comment below. Share your favorite element: arches, courtyards, beams, terracotta, textiles, whichever captured your heart. And don't forget to follow ATEDECOR for more cozy, elegant home inspiration. See you in the next video.